Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, MTK Global, delighted to be joined by WBO super middleweight champ Billy Joe Saunders in the Matchroom bubble. How are we, Bill?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Not seen you before. You?
I would call myself the new boy on the block, but I've been doing it for about a year and a half now. I've just sort of managed to avoid you, yeah. But, this sort of setup, right, I said to your boy Louis Edmondson, is this one of those camera on at all times week where I thought there's going to be some carnage going on, but you seem relaxed, you seem calm within yourself, Bill?
Listen, in this bubble, you like you were in a double A cap prison. You know, you got to stick to the rules and regulations. And we got here early. We got here on the Monday, I think we got here. No, we got here the weekend. Fucking hell, we got here on the Saturday. So we've been here for a long time, nearly a week. But listen, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do, and we're here getting our work done, and we'll get the job done Friday.
Let's talk about the man that's going to be in opposite corner on Friday. Martin Murray, is it hard to prepare for? Because George Groves 4 years ago and Dam 2 years ago, other than that, he hasn't really been fighting at that elite world level, or that world level at least, for quite a while.
You know, most of his opponents has been European and world level though, so, you know, he's got a lot of experience. You know, a lot of people's writing him off, but you can never write someone like him off because, you know, he's got that fighting spirit, so you've always got to give him respect. There's life in the old dog yet, and he's a young 38. But you know, it's not been difficult. Obviously, prepare for him because I'm doing it for my uncle who passed away, Tom Beanie. So really, I'll put the training camp into his spirit. Really,
is that bad blood there? I don't really know why I'm asking this. I know you're probably going to tell me no, but I remember you offered him out at Tyson's comeback at one point. He called you like a little creature or something. So there was bad blood. I take it that's disappeared because you're both in different places now.
If I'm walking down the street and someone calls me a name, it's on, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's just the character I am. We're spiced up human beings. We're not right in the head. We're a bit tapped fighters. And, you know, you fight with your brain and, you know, you don't fight with the brawl in the ring. You've got to box clever, outfox. Me and Martin, obviously, we exchange a couple of words, but I've had bigger arguments with my 3-year-old daughter. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. But there's no bad blood here. Listen, good luck to him. I'm pleased he's getting a few quid. I'm happy he's going to go back home to St Helens with a few quid for his family for Christmas, but he certainly won't be going home with the belt.
And you're back with the governor, Mark Tibbs, so you've been putting the graft in Fuerteventura, and as well as shagging, as you said. What else have you been doing in prep to sort of build yourself up for this one?
We've been working hard. Listen, we have fun when we have fun. But you know, we've been putting the work in. We've been working on stuff, working on game plans. Had some good sparring. James Orlin, Charlie Duffield. So I've got to thank them boys for the sparring. They've been a big help to the camp. But you know, everything's been serious. You know, everything. We've hit the numbers. We've hit everything we need to hit in this camp. And you know, I've done everything I can do. Mark's done everything he can certainly do. The full team has. It's down to Billy Joe Saunders on Friday night.
I said this to Mark, there's always been a sort of narrative that you don't get up for these big fights. I mean, you look at your two biggest fights, when you won the world title against Andy Lee, splendid. Your best defence against David Lemieux made him look silly. But I mean, is this your biggest fight? Because if you look what's beyond, the reward is insane after this fight.
Look, I'll take fight by fight. Like I say, I've got a good home record. I haven't been beat on home soil since I've been 12 years old. So, you know, I'm going to keep that going. And Martin Murray is an obstacle I've got to complete, and I've got to do it professionally. And you know, I'm not looking at, because you can look past, let's say you come unstuck when you look past fighters like Martin Murray. So, you know, you've got to give him his credit, give him his due. He's paid a lot of time to the sport, and you have to give him his credit for it. So I won't be looking over him, and I know it's going to be a tough fight.
I just want to go back to the link-up with Mark Tibbs again. Obviously, you went from Southern area to your world title with Jimmy Tibbs. Is it an easy link-up? Because obviously no slight on Ben or Dominic or guys you worked with before, but it just seems like it works. And when you link back up, there's no introduction. It's, you're right, Bill, back to business.
Yeah, listen, I don't go here, there and everywhere with different trainers. I've only been with Dominic, Ben and him, and you know, and thus I went back to Mark Tibbs. You know, I was with his dad Jimmy for years until I won the world title. So there was no hesitation. I went there and I just picked up where I left off, and it was just like a duck to water again, and putting in the work what we used to, and it all come back, good flushing back memories from the beginning. So I've enjoyed this camp.
And obviously beyond this, there is Callum and Canelo going at it next week. Are you looking forward to it, I suppose, from a fan perspective or from the perspective where you're going to perhaps try and pick holes in one or two of them as well?
Listen, I'll let them punch lumps out of each other. You know, let them.
You sit back and enjoy?
I'll let them punch lumps out of each other and knock the lifespan out of each other and get the winner, like I say. The fight was never presented to me the second time. It was talked about, and I took myself out of the equation because I wasn't going to put my belt and my heart on the line with 6 weeks' notice. So it was never going to happen anyway then, and I believe that Canelo-Smith were always their preferred option from day one. But, you know, Callum's got it, and I wish him nothing but the best, and I believe that he can win the fight if he's switched on, and, you know, if they utilise his size and reach advantage to their advantage.
Your name's always going to be mentioned around 160 and 160, really. Danny Jacobs is another man who, in his sort of media calls and stuff, said that you were avoiding him. Did you see much in his performance that you feel needs avoiding, Bill?
I didn't see much I need to avoid there, you know. Rosado, he's a good gatekeeper. Mike Murray obviously beat Rosado. But I certainly didn't see anything I need to avoid there, that's for sure. But listen, he maybe had an off night, maybe, you know. People have them, fighters have them at this level. Maybe he didn't get up for the crowd, I don't know. But there's certainly no avoidance on that performance.
Just finally on you, is it statement time as well? Mark told me you're sitting down on your shots, you're hitting harder. We know you can box, so if you've got that complete package, is it time to show that this is one step before the big one and it's statement time?
Listen, it's a statement time every time you put a pair of gloves on, because if you lose, you're at the bottom of the pecking order. So, you know, as long as I come away, win, and the main thing is really that we both go home healthy to our families, then everyone's a winner. But, you know, 100% I'll be putting the maximum effort to put a good statement on.
Bill, can I ask you about Joyce-Dubois at the weekend and sort of the backlash? I mean, you've been a fighter who's been in the spotlight, not for the same reasons as Daniel Dubois, but when you're in that spotlight and when people are sort of gunning for you, he's only 23 years old. Can I sort of ask you about, I know, your take on how things have been perceived? Because people in the sport and outside of the sport are sort of gunned for young Daniel.
Look, I'm not going to talk about Daniel Dubois. I'm just going to give credit to Joe Joyce, because he went in there and done the job. And I think people need to stop talking about that and give credit to the man who won a silver medal for our country. They don't give out Olympic silver medals on Christmas trees. You know, you go in and you earn them, and you work your balls off to get them. So well done, and well done to the full team, well done to the training team, and good luck on the next big fight.
You a fan of Joyce Usyk?
100% love to see the fight. I think Joyce is obviously a tough, and I always said this from day one, and I even said it to Sam, you know, his manager. If it goes real early, if he can take his onslaught, then he's going to win. And he took his onslaught and he did win. So, you know, I always knew that if they had to rely on a game B plan, the Olympic silver medalists have always had the upper hand. You know, looking for that game B. So well played, good game.
And unluckily for you, Bill, an announcement today that we're going to get 1,000 in for Joshua Pulev. You just fell short. Were you gutted about that at all?
It is what it is, mate. I don't care if, listen, as long as I get paid and get the win, I don't care if I fight in a pub toilet. It's on, innit? It's on like donkey.
I'm sure you fought in the amateur days in sort of atmospheres that you're going to expect on Friday as well.
I have done. Yeah. You're the man. Coogan, sort this man out, because I'm going to have to sack him myself here. God bless you, my brother. Yeah?
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.